You already left.
No.
You're like-
Ah.
I got mine.
Alexander.
We have a full house. Oh, that's, you're live over here.
Surgery, it's surgery.
Oh, thank you. Good morning, welcome to the Elderly Affairs Committee. I'm calling it to start, right, to order, or whatever, to order, the time is 8:04. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, roll call. Or the scoreboard.
Oh, Maria González.
Sara Suarez,
Maria Borges.
Roy Kaplan, Alexandra Alonso,
Nancy Rogers. Gladys Espino. Maria Planas.
Pedro Fiallo.
oh, and so, he went to the restaurant.
Yeah.
Right, I don't know if I have to do it, or can I pass it to her to finish, to continue, or do you want, or do I have to? Continue? Fine, whatever it is. I'll do half and we'll do half. As you go.
But I'm sorry, before we move on from roll call, I just wanted to highlight the fact that we have new
Yeah.
committee members.
We're gonna.
Oh, you have that, okay, never mind.
We have three.
Okay.
We actually have a bunch.
Four, we got four new.
Yeah.
Four new.
We were gonna do that in comments from the chair.
Three.
Or she was gonna do it.
So if I'm gonna.
So going to additions, the corrections and deletions, you know what we forgot is approving the minutes in here. So we should add
The minutes.
yeah. The minutes from last meeting, and we'll add that. We'll make the next.
Okay.
All right, so we'll do that as, let's call it 2B. Because we have to give it a number, I guess.
Did you say 2B?
Yeah, 2B.
We're gonna add it.
We're just gonna add it to the agenda, which is approving the minutes. And then, sorry, I had my here. I'm running a meeting. Sorry. The other thing we want to add to new business, as F to the agenda would be to purchase shirts and new members.
Yeah. We're putting it.
F,
Yeah. After the, you see, after.
9F, 9F. Is there, okay, any other additions or deletions or corrections? Okay, can everybody look at the minutes from the last meeting? of May 1st.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
I second.
And, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes, minutes are approved. Public comments, is there anybody here for
Yes.
public
I
comment?
want to make congratulate our new chair. She did a great job yesterday. We ran a situation where the restaurant actually he bring the meal very, very hot. That was the reason.
Good.
Because I spoke with him.
Yeah.
But instead of panic, she made a smart decision to me. It was very smart. We played bingo, and then when the food come in, it was happening. Everybody was very happy. So I think it was a very smart decision. I also want to thank our sponsor, guys, sponsor our event. Thank you, guys.
Nancy?
I thought that the food and the handling of the incident was awesome.
Yes.
Please tell us the name of the food provider.
Okay, it's maybe Trola. The owner is Mr. Rufino. He had done that for us about 3 or 4 times.
They're awesome. Yesterday was so
amazing.
Yesterday was so hard to accept because they are so awesome. They've done this a bunch of times for the town. Their food is always great, which I wanted to mention. The food was great. And in spite of the problem, I think. it was-
Right, right. Low,
I would just erase it off the board, you know, as a problem. Because they handled it well.
Okay, any other? We're trying to move the meetings to keep them on track. Any other additions, correct? Any other public comment?
Okay, I want to, welcome our new members.
Wait, we're not there yet.
Okay.
Any presentation? None. Treasurer's report. So we have, as of today, 19,261.79. That's included all the
Give or take.
sponsorship. Does that include?
It's give or take because remember what's
Right.
floating and it's not floating.
I know it.
Yeah, so the first line outlines how much money you guys have received from sponsorship.
So the 1,300, right?
No, 7,000.
7,400.
Oh, 7,000.
Hey,
The 1,300 on that end just means that it hasn't been allocated to the line item just
Right.
yet, but it is in your funds.
Okay. So the correct amount that we have is 11,230.
No.
No, it's not.
$11,238 is what has been spent so far.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Contributions and donations, that's why it has a negative, because it works different.
right, and the 19,000 give or take, yeah, so we say give or take because if there's something floating or something.
Yeah, if anything that was
It's not
purchased
there.
on a credit card, it hasn't,
It hasn't
it's a
hit.
lot to post.
Okay.
But most of your purchases are through check, so it shouldn't be too far off. I know that the one recurring thing we have on credit card for you guys is the water bottles where they just deliver them.
Perfect.
Okay, so we're good. But
Yeah.
that shouldn't be that expensive.
Yeah, no, and it's once a month,
Yeah, it should be no more than $100.
Give or take.
about, yeah.
Okay. Any other comments regarding the treasurer's report?
While we're on this, only because we have new members, so I want to highlight this as a reminder for the rest of you. Sponsored dollars get used up first. If at the end of the fiscal year, you have not touched your budget dollars, it's done.
Right,
We lose.
we use them, so we have to really make sure when we're running close to October, that
Yes.
we use every dollar.
Yeah.
Right.
We're gonna use every dollar,
we always can do an event.
no, that's it, we're gonna use every dollar.
Because the fiscal started on October.
In
October.
October is
October
the
first.
first year. And this is
Fiscal year.
Isle, that's the word, you don't know her, she is our.
Comments from the chair.
Oh, yeah, we jumped all the way out here.
No, we're- yeah, we're-
Oh, good. Okay, so this is Isle, she is our. Other things that I want to do. I would like to know if the members that are not here that haven't been able to come, like Lewis and whatever.
We're losing out.
Well, if we have anybody that hasn't been able to come because of quorum, if we could reach out and send them an email, if you can't come because you're busy, please resign. If we, can we do that?
I can give you guys those emails and you guys can send
Perfect,
it,
we'll do it.
only because on like committee rules officially,
No,
the
that's fine.
absence is not a.
We'll do it.
it's
Also,
not a-
I just think for purposes of
course.
quorum, we just wanna make, and we wanna make sure that the people that are on the committee are actually active.
also,
But only because Pedro mentioned Luis Suarez, he's still part of the roster.
He's-
There has
he's
been
still
no
part of the roster.
resignation.
Yeah.
other than-
yeah, and he's sick, he doesn't come, so. Okay.
When you miss him 3 times, that's what.
No,
He's being
no,
excused.
they don't
No,
do that.
because that rule was,
Oh.
yeah.
Also, can we start
Yeah.
a group chat?
No.
So, we're not gonna talk about anything, we just wanna know if, let's pretend she has an emergency, she can't come, hey, I can't come. If you're running late, we know you're, and, hey, tomorrow's bingo.
Like to have one that you don't discuss any business.
No, no
any new
business.
Yeah,
business.
so, okay, so I'm not gonna tell you guys yes or no, I'm just gonna tell you to follow the sunshine, which is there should be no discussion outside of this public meeting for any item that may come up for discussion or vote.
So
So
we
if
do
it's
a group
anything
chat-
that's been finalized, technically you guys can discuss outside of the meeting. If it's anything that's already been
No, no, I
finalized, it will
don't-
never come up again, kind of thing.
No, I don't want
Yeah.
anything,
Would you be doing it on WhatsApp or?
whatever people have, not everybody has WhatsApp is easiest.
It's easy.
Does
'Cause you
everybody
can
here
put
has
that,
WhatsApp?
what she said, you can put it right on the top of the chat, say,
No,
remember
and I
no
will be
discussions, blah, blah, blah.
the moderator, right? So something's, I can erase it real quick. How does that work?
Yes, you can delete it,
Not
you
allowed
can
to
delete
get
it,
it.
admin.
Oh, I'm not allowed to get it.
No,
Did
no, you have to
anybody,
report it.
wait, yes, Nancy?
Because she was facing that way, I didn't hear the end of her sentence, and I think she asked putting it somewhere on the phone
WhatsApp.
or.
WhatsApp.
Wait, let me finish. What I'm saying is that would violate the rules if two people online are conversing about something we're going to vote on, am I
No,
right?
right.
Only
So
if we
I
do,
wouldn't
so we
even
can't.
attempt to put anything on the phone at all, because if there's any question mark, the proof is right there in your hand and there could be problems.
Well, she's saying it would
So-
only be for if you're late, if you're running like normal things,
no,
not discussing any type
No.
of business.
No, because you're not gonna discuss being late with me,
But I want everybody
because
to
we're not
know,
voting on that.
Nancy, I want everybody to know if you're running late, if you have whatever it is. So I understand it could right there, you're running right there. But let's see if we can talk about it and if we can all follow that rule. If we can follow the rule, I think it's a great thing. If we can't follow the rule, then of course it's not gonna be a good thing.
I mean, I think it would be easy enough to know that the only purpose of the chat is to communicate whether you're going to be at an event,
We're gonna be.
if you're
there.
gonna be late to the event, or if you cannot be at the event.
And she said anything that's already planned, we could discuss, like if you're running
No,
late.
but we
you're-
won't.
Right,
Let's just
okay.
not even go into that.
Yeah.
It's only gonna be.
No, it's just,
I can't make it, I'm running late, hey, remind you tomorrow's bingo, hey, remind you, I mean, I think that's a good idea, but if not, we can discuss it. Yes, Nancy?
And what I wanted to say was, because we had that event yesterday, I don't want to make it sound like I'm complaining, an announcement, at least to some of us. Don't forget tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, there's a meeting. Fortunately, I was able to, it was in my phone, but I don't trust my memory anymore. So I was able to go to the website and confirm that there is a meeting today.
Oh, that's
But-
the purpose.
For the
That
new
will be the
members, for
purpose
the
of the
new
chat.
members, there is a place to go to confirm without trying to catch somebody at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then,
But you see,
make it
Nancy,
through.
that will be the purpose of the chat.
I understand.
You don't feel comfortable with it?
Well, I wasn't aware that we had that.
No, we
So-
don't.
No, we
we're
don't.
gonna discuss,
We're going
we
to-
could.
That's what I'm saying. So
Well, then,
what I'm getting at is you've got two options. If we have the chat as well as there's the website that tells you the upcoming meetings for the town. It's helpful to have both.
I make a motion to have either a WhatsApp or a chat of any type
A second.
with, wait, let me finish the motion. For the purpose of strictly discussing whether or not you're going to be available, reminders of our events that we've already voted on. And make sure that everybody understands that the rules are is to be discussed that will be voted on in the future. It is merely for communication as to whether or not you're going to be present at some event or you're going to be late. Or to remind you that there is an event coming up.
And the first part of that should be that you should or have to report in that you're not going to make it.
I'd like to say, I'd like to show an example. I belong to another club, the Miami Airport Club.
many
We have,
have, many
yeah,
have.
this is what we have on our WhatsApp. The screen, the picture is actually the events that are coming up. So any
Yeah.
member that wants to look, they go to the picture and right there, here are all our events for June and the birthdays. I mean, we have birthdays because but so this would be another, like a
Something
visual
like that.
reminder. So you can go, for example, this is the group chat and it says MOCA 2425.
Okay.
And then every month it's updated. And we have on there the events for the month. So in case, rather than going online and this and that, we have our group chat. We can put that, it's just an idea. So you guys,
Something like that. would be
You know,
good.
exactly. And then this is the same thing. We can't be discussing things either in this group. So it's the same thing. We just put on there, like my mom's the president. So we put on there, this meeting's coming up. We have this, we have that, like tomorrow we have an event with the special needs. So all of that's on there so people remember. So.
Nancy?
I like that idea, number one. Number two, to post some kind of a thing
Line.
for us to go to, whatever you call that, an address or something, a method to put that on our phones for our committee. So I'd like to make a motion that we do that, if we all agree. Whoever can work that out.
Okay.
So we have a place to go to regarding attendance. only, correct?
So are you
Attendance.
modifying, just to clarify, are you modifying my motion? Because
Yes.
I,
You already made the motion.
I already made the motion, she already seconded the motion, so we're in discussion.
Discussing.
Okay, no, but you just said I'm making a motion, so I just wanted to
No,
clarify it for the
if
record.
necessary, that it does have only that purpose.
Yeah, right, that's
To
what we
talk
said,
about attendance.
that's what we said.
Okay, so we're gonna modify the motion.
Okay, no, we're not modifying the
No,
motion, the
no.
motion stands.
That-
That's why I wanted to be clear, because our
Yes,
secretary needs to take the
but I'm
motion down.
saying to use what she's, which.
I'll have
Same
it
thing,
that was what I said.
Right, we will show you how to put it on your phone.
Thank
We
you.
will do it.
All
Whoever doesn't have-
right, so,
Need a vote.
any other discussion? All right, vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Hearing no nays, the motion passes.
Also, I want to congratulate our new members. All of them, if they want to, okay, here they are, Maria Borges, Gladys Aquino, Eroda Captain.
Call me Dory, like a fish.
Story.
Dory, that's easy to remember, Dory. Y Maria Gonzalez.
Mili, Maria.
Mili. All right, thank you so much for
Mili.
coming and joining, and we want to have one new member too. I don't know if you have the application or how she gets it.
You would talk to the town clerk's office.
Can we do it today?
Yeah, but it's just through the town clerk's office, so you can ask them if she's available and they'll come down to talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that now.
Yeah.
And your name?
Well, it's Geraldine.
Entonces, explain it, this is the rules, como antes de levantar la mano, eso, before talking, no, to the new.
Nobody's appointed her, she's asking
Yeah.
to be nominated.
I can tell you, if you'd like, I can tell you for the council members that have an opening. So
Yeah.
it's council member Diegues, Garcia, and Ruano. You can speak to any of those three directly if you want to be appointed. So it's probably easier, it helps speed up the process.
So what
Okay,
she do, she
so-
goes now and we get the application.
No, she has to talk to the town clerk's office, they'll provide an application, you'll submit it.
Right.
And they will make those council members aware that have an opening, like, hey, Geraldine wants to be appointed.
Okay.
But you can also, to add to that, you can also reach out to them directly, the council members, and let them know, hey, I have an application and I would like to be considered
Okay,
for your next appointment.
and that's who? Josh?
Oh, okay, so we have Diegues, Garcia, and Rano. Those are the three that have an opening right now.
Perfect. So we'll go, after this, we'll go to the clerk
Yeah, you would talk to the town clerk's office.
and get the application. and-
Anything that comes, the application, the appointment, the swearing in is done with them, and then at that point,
Right.
then I'm your point of contact.
Okay.
One more thing. When they join,
Yes.
they don't first reach out and tell us, no?
They're supposed to
Uh,
come and.
yeah,
visit.
part of the requirement to be appointed is that they have to attend the meeting. So for example, she would fulfill that meeting.
Right.
If for any reason a member does not, council can always waive that rule, but
Right,
that's the
because that's what I'm
discretion
saying.
of council.
I mean, I'm glad everybody's here, but I wasn't aware.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think what I did send you is, or maybe just.
One
That's just the
person.
appointment.
No, I think one person, I think it was her, one. person.
Because one of you hasn't been appointed officially at the council meeting yet, or a few of you.
They've been sworn
No,
in.
none of them had the
She
council
did.
meeting.
They've all been.
Yeah,
sworn
she did.
in.
But yeah,
She was, I think she was the one that I sent.
I was
you.
sworn in
they've all
after.
been.
I think, but you haven't been appointed at the council.
But they told me that I
You
should
see? That's
attend the
why.
Okay,
meeting.
either one of them.
week.
And then you haven't been appointed at the council meeting either.
Not at the council meeting.
You see?
You see,
That's why they wouldn't have been on your appointment list that I sent you.
but
Because what I share with you is the appointments list that goes on at the council meeting.
I just wanted to know, let's pretend that somebody's gonna register, or they fill out the application.
Yeah.
Right away, they should send it to me. Just for me to know. I mean, I have no
You can
control.
request it from the town clerk's office, but no, they don't normally send it to the committee members. They send it to is council. Yeah.
Right.
But if you want to ask me,
Yeah, they
hey,
should.
do you have any this month? I'm happy to grab
I
it
would like
for
to
you.
know,
Yeah.
because I would like to
Yeah.
reach out to
But
them,
the
if I can make
appointments-
them, or-
The appointments I do send to you, and that's why it was only her.
Okay,
Normally, and I guess this is the last thing I'll say, normally it's appointment first. Normally, it's a committee member attends the meeting, then the appointment at the council meeting, and then they get sworn in.
perfect, okay.
Her case was a little different, and so are theirs.
Mm,
But you'll see it but you'll see
Okay,
her name on the appointment I sent you, and they'll be on the next
Perfect,
list.
okay, next,
right, old business, May bingo. How was it?
It was great.
Great.
Any, I hear it was great.
May was great, June was great.
June is not.
What?
Oh, yeah, June.
Yes, June, yes.
We had
That's
a
yesterday.
June
That's
4th.
lucky.
They were both great. They ran on time. The people were happy. The food was good. It was great. She helped us and you remember, she was great. Thank you so much at the end.
We put it to work before.
Yeah.
she-
We put it to work before. So it was great.
While we're speaking of bingo, I just want you guys to
July.
consider, well, yes, reminder that July there is no bingo, we come back in August.
Do you
And
have
if
the
you want
date
the
for August?
dates.
Yes,
Yes.
everybody asked me.
The date is Thursday, August 15th.
Here, Nancy,
August-
August 15th. You asked me.
Thursday, August 15th is the next bingo, 11 a.m. Roberto Alonso Community Center.
The,
That's the first thing we might wanna
the
ask.
baseball thing.
It's the first day of what?
Eso fue,
School, let me check. I
Oh,
still have a kid.
No, that's fine. I mean, it's the
No, but
people
all
that go,
dates-
like, bingo is a complicated issue. Because it's always the same people that don't help, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. Some of them we in and out, but it's always the same. I would love for more people to come.
Let's say, would I be able to bring my mom to help, even though she's not available?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Because she'll come and help. and-
yes, of course, no problem.
The only thing I wanted you guys to consider as we have this gap, and again, you guys have funds to use. How are we looking with numbers? I feel like it's growing, but that's just my observation. I don't know what you guys feel. How do you feel about how many
We had
lunches
enough
you're
food.
ordering,
We had
the
food.
seats?
We have food, some of the people took food home extra. It's we had enough, we fed everybody there, we had enough food.
So we're keeping it at 120, so
Yeah.
I just, that
Yeah,
was the
keep it
reason
at
I'm, okay.
Actually, sometimes the restaurant like this time, he gives exactly 130.
That's why we-
30,
But
that's-
no, but we only pay
But then they
120.
had extra.
Okay, got it.
No,
No, but
we only pay 120.
Okay, and then the time.
We pay.
We had a lot of extra food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he brings them more.
In May, there was a bunch of people that didn't show up.
Even like.
No, we've been doing good.
But we pay 120, so he.
Yeah.
That's why we got the extra.
I didn't,
Yeah,
you said we're gonna keep it at 120 meals?
Yes,
Yeah.
like meal, like it was.
Yeah, so no changes.
No changes. We're keeping everything the same.
And the last thing is I have now received that invoice.
I know, he told me, yeah, he called me like yesterday, last night.
Okay.
You have the invoice.
They are gonna send it, I told him, you wanna get paid, you can send it.
Yeah, money's not getting paid.
Well, they just had a baby.
Yeah.
Just had a baby.
Yes.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
No, I
Yeah,
know. what
Yeah,
I'm
that,
saying.
listen, you're,
I-
like I said, we all got problems at home.
Yeah.
Keep them at home. If this is, I mean, this is terrible.
Well, no, we're just trying to pay him.
Which
Yeah, try to pay him if you want this money.
Oh, sí.
Ah, well, then it really needs to be for the baby. All right, so, new business. We want to change the time of the meeting.
Yeah, to make it easier.
To
for
make
some
it
people.
easier for everybody that has been really, really active, because like she's pretty active, I'm pretty active, and
All of us.
it's hard for us in the morning. So we'd like to change it either to 6 or 6:30. But it's up for discussion before we actually make a motion as to whether it should be 6 or 6:30.
I make a motion for 6:30.
Well, no, we can, sorry,
Oh,
let's
yes,
do the
discuss.
motion first because that's the right way, and
Okay.
then we go into.
No, I wanted to
So
know
whatever.
one week.
Yeah, if anything, well,
6:30.
I'll second.
Pedro's motion, just to be clear, is
To move.
6:30.
6:30 p.m. Okay.
Okay, Nancy. Discussion.
What day of the week and what's
And that's what she wants
open
to
in
know.
relation to what's already on the town calendar? What day?
He's gonna
You're
change.
saying 6:30, but.
We're
in
trying
what
to, we
meetings?
need to make the motion so that we can ask
We can
town
discuss
if,
it.
what time, what days would be available.
Yeah, it would be based on availability of the
So-
meetings, obviously, so.
We need
So
to.
we're only voting on changing the time.
Correct.
We don't know about the date yet.
Yeah, we
The
can do
the day of the
it,
week yet.
but we will try.
Yeah.
If we can do, we can do it.
I
And we
understand.
have to try to have it on a Wednesday.
Can we have it on the
Yeah, Wednesday.
Because her mother, she
Yeah.
takes her mother, picks her up. for
The
that.
dialysis.
So if it can be done, well, it can be done,
Okay,
but we need to try.
okay.
And I have
So it
an appointment
looks
with the
like it's
mayor
gonna be
on
good.
Let me
Thursday.
try to.
We gotta try to keep it on.
Okay, we're gonna, any other discussions as to moving the time? I know we have a lot of new members we didn't know about, so.
Is evening
we're
better, better?
discussing-
Better? Do I even for her?
Did you
It's better.
It's better? Okay, good. So
So it would be like today, but at 6:30.
We're gonna.
it would be on
The first
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We're shooting for the first Wednesday of the month at 6:30.
No, Jackie's not here.
Jackie's not here.
Ah, Jackie's out. Graduation.
Sí, pero
girls.
she's
Oh,
having a
yes,
graduation.
yes.
All right, so a vote. All in favor of moving the meetings to 6:30, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Hearing no nays, motion passed.
At night,
Yeah.
6:30 Wednesday.
I'd rather have 6:30 AM.
Don't forget, you've got your Wednesday.
Well, that's why
right?
we need to make sure that vote is taken into account.
Right.
So did you vote right now?
We already had discussion.
Why didn't you
Oh,
need
did
to
bring
vote
that up,
so that
okay.
your
What?
vote is
Did I
taken
bring
into
up?
account.
You've got your bingos on Wednesday, right?
No.
Yeah, but yeah, we do,
So we
but
just.
no,
No,
our
I mean,
bingo's
it's
Thursday.
not
Our bingo's
Thursday.
Thursday.
Bingos are Thursday.
Well, don't, okay, so I want to be very clear about the bingo date. Don't, it's not a solidified day of the week because we're working based on availability at the community center.
Correct.
So, but this meeting will be,
But yes, we make sure to not do the bingo and the meeting
I'm
on the same
listening,
day.
I'm trying to turn this thing down. There we go.
all right, so there's one nay, correct?
Yes.
I just want that for the
Yeah.
record and all the others, so therefore it passes. Motion passes. The meetings will be moved to 6:30, hopefully on Wednesday, if we can confirm the availability. I will send out an email. All right. Request for events and field trips to be approved by the committee.
Okay.
No, we're missing B.
Oh, B,
the
I'm sorry.
budget.
Oh, sorry, I skipped B. I apologize. V, do we have a sponsor for the July,
We don't have to.
what, no, July, okay, for the August bingo?
No, we don't have any. right now. But I wanted to mention a couple of things. There are a couple of sponsors that, I've reached out to that want to get involved. But they all have, situations for you guys to consider. So, so
Strings attached. to it.
Caballero Rivero, wants to sponsor one of your upcoming bingos, but they are limited to a $300 budget. Right now, the sponsorship fee is $500. So I did not tell them yes. I told them that I would bring it up to you guys, and I guess it's up to you guys.
So yes, I got somebody else to.
If you don't have a sponsor, we'll sponsor it again.
Oh,
You
okay,
see?
there you go.
Well,
So
I mean,
I-
we're not
Yeah, we
limited
can-
to.
No,
one
no, no, I
sponsor, so-
It's
understand,
only $300.
but the problem I
Yeah.
see with that,
Okay, she will do it $300 and $300.
no, we're not gonna change our rules, in my opinion. I don't think we should start changing our rules, because then we're changing it for one person and not for the
You
other
can do
person.
five.
So, yeah,
And
you know
then-
what?
so-
We'll sponsor it for
The whole
$500, yes.
Okay,
The
so we have a sponsor then for we just need the food. Pedro, you're still gonna be. in charge.
I get.
I honestly don't think that we should make an exception for Caballero. You know what? I think our rule is our rule, and, you know, if they wanna sponsor it for $500, they wanna sponsor it for 500.
I agree with you. We start making exceptions for one,
Yeah.
and you're gonna start getting accepted
Yes.
from eight.
And then you're gonna get that you discriminated against this person and not against
And
this
then the next-
person, and we
another
do
person.
not ever want to be
They'll
seen as.
all fall in line,
Yes.
asking for.
Yeah,
Right.
so we should keep it up.
Go crazy.
I will mention that generally with sponsorships, what we do sometimes, is if there's an in-kind value that they can reach that 500 threshold
they want it-
another way, then we do allow it.
If they
But
just
the
make
value
it-
has to,
The value has to be $500.
$500, yeah.
I mean, if they want to provide balloons that day, then they provide balloons, and the value of the balloons
Yeah.
will be taken into consideration as to how much.
yeah, so
But
then
I don't
the
think,
only reason I mentioned that is because the other one is wants to do the October bingo, but they were asking you guys to consider
How much?
doing a Hispanic heritage theme for that month.
Oh,
I guess they
mean,
would
that's
bring
okay.
buddies.
That's okay.
because, wait, it is October.
Yeah.
Hispanic
Yeah.
Heritage Month.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if it is Hispanic Heritage Month, then I don't.
Yes.
Okay,
I mean,
I just wanted to to bring that up to you.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
then,
what is everybody's opinion?
Yep, oh,
Too nice.
I think so.
okay.
Would that take the place of what last
No.
year you had Halloween, so is that taking?
No, because this is for a bingo.
Halloween is
This is
different.
a
Not
bingo.
the party.
Yeah, the bingos are usually not themed. That's why they were asked.
Oh.
Like Halloween is just an additional thing, like
Yeah.
we have Christmas or something.
Oh, it's like a party.
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
have a social
Right, okay.
where they dance and
Okay.
so it's considered a social. That's
Okay,
in
you
your
have two events, right? A
We
bingo
might have
every
two
month and some type of a social, right?
Not every month. We do not have socials every month. We have usually our budget right now has been for 4 socials a year.
Oh,
Our socials have been
November.
December, which is the holiday one,
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving,
Christmas, Christmas.
no, that's the okay, let's start starting October. Because that's the beginning of the year. It's usually
Oh.
either, we always do Thanksgiving.
Okay.
We always do
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yes.
Yes, we always do, okay, so we always do Halloween, we always do Thanksgiving, we always do a holiday, Christmas / Hanukkah / any other.
Mother's Day,
December.
Mother's Day.
No,
No.
not social, no,
We do
and then we do,
Valentine's,
and then
Easter.
we do,
Easter.
and then we do a spring one.
A spring one.
A spring one, and then we decide what the theme is in spring and when we do it in spring. Those are the 4 that we have
Historically.
always done historically. People like the Thanksgiving one because they get a Thanksgiving meal. So it's their Thanksgiving dinner for some people that don't have family around them too, and it's we've always done like
Yeah.
turkey and gravy and, a traditional Thanksgiving. The holiday one, it's because it's the holiday.
And this
And
year,
people like the
Okay, this
Halloween
year,
one.
I do not want to forget, I do not want to use the one on Main Street, not by the McDonald's, what is that out there?
Chatatori.
Shit, what is it? name?
Yeah, the Chatatori.
Oh, you don't want to use the same restaurant.
Who did our last Thanksgiving?
Pepper shell.
Pamper chef.
I do not want to use that.
No, no,
for
yeah,
that.
they use it.
That was a terrible meal.
The food was from the
The
ice
food was
box.
cold,
Yeah.
it had bones in it.
No, we got plenty of restaurants.
Bueno, if I forget, because I forget things, please remind me, do not use pepper. What is
My
that?
last comment on the last sponsor, Alliance for Aging is a nonprofit. I know we have a fee of $150 for nonprofit. However, they don't have any
Money?
event budget, so they're just asking.
No.
No, we're not gonna-
What is going on?
I didn't hear you.
Alliance for Aging,
Right.
a nonprofit, they wanted to sponsor they wanted a table at one of the bingos.
Yeah,
But we do charge even nonprofits, we have a discounted rate of $150. Unfortunately, they have no budget, I guess, for their events, so that's why they were asking if they could come in for free.
No, I'm sad. but-
Can I ask a question in regard to that? So if I work for an organization that wants to be a co-sponsor of that and we paid for that table, could then we invite them as a co-sponsor?
I don't know.
That would be up to you guys, because then I guess we're essentially running into the same thing, because it would be 2 tables.
Unless you pay twice,
Well,
or you divide it
or
300 and 300. or
no,
500,
I
don't know.
think what they could do is they can have them as their guests at their table.
But then you can advertise.
No, he's not.
It would still
sponsor
be
will
one table.
Yeah, it's gonna be one table. That sponsor would have to.
You
know,
guys
be
would
their
determine
table.
what tablecloth you want there and what materials are getting, like, I guess that's for you guys to determine, but it would
Okay.
count as one table, is what
person.
they're saying.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
it would be one table with 2 organizations? No?
One
Well,
table
one
is
table with
One.
one organization
choose
saying that
one.
this is the sponsor. If you had somebody that was helping you and they discussed it, well, then they
You have-
help you and
And
they.
how much is the regular for that?
It's 500
Oh, it's
for
500.
a profit organization and 150 for a nonprofit
Okay.
organization. And Alexandra had her.
I'm happy to reshare the packages.
I'm gonna make a suggestion, why don't you go into a little bit of an explanation as to exactly what the Alliance of Aging is? Because then they'll see it's a huge community resource for helping the elderly for applications and so forth. They're really not profiting off of being at one of our bingos. On the other side, they're actually there to help everybody seek assistance for the long-term care program and how to apply. It's, an education. If you have your mom's at home and she wants assistance on long-term care, they'll give you the application, they'll explain to you the process and how to work calling the Alliance for Aging is sometimes very difficult. So to have just a representative present at any bingo, I mean, it's just, I would make an exception for them to be at one of our events.
Well, let them come.
You know,
Let them-
they're not profiting, they're not selling, they're not making money off of it. They're not typical sponsors.
She's right, because I attended the ARP, the one that was at Miami-Dade College, and it's really about what they can do to help enhance the community. It was like a workshop. I attended it, and they asked for input how to make the community better. Like, do you want more leisurely programs? Do you want more healthcare programs? So it helps to facilitate that. And in general, they're helping with housing. That's one of their big motives is how to make more affordable housing. So I would say they're
Yes.
kind of different. They're in a different category.
Maybe,
Alexandra, I make a motion to allow Alliance of Aging to be present at one of our bingos, to be there as information. They're there, they have their table, and they work with whoever present. If somebody comes to the table, they'll let them know, you know, how they can assist with applying for housing, for long-term care, for transportation needs, they work with the county.
A second,
Okay, discussion. I mean, well, Nancy,
I appreciate the motion. However, and only you guys can tell me this, if we had a special date to have Alliance for Aging to come and at council chambers, I guess, do some kind of a thing where they tell the elderly or us what they do. This way, it's a one-time deal. They come and they explain, rather than giving them a free table, because when the word gets out, we're gonna get a lot of phone calls. I'm not saying they're gonna be proper and right in their phone calls, but the phone calls are going to come, the questions are going to come, and we're gonna have to have answers. And you got all of us people giving answers that aren't 100% right, and it's gonna be more confusion on that. So what I would suggest is you let Alliance for Aging come and put out,
but Nancy,
And
phone
the
calls from
community.
who?
I'm sorry,
Phone calls from who? From the
from the people who would want to use
sponsors?
whatever, no, not so much sponsors, but them as well. Let's say I'm interested, right? I can go to one of our events and to a table and go from there. I think that if we just do a one-time deal at town hall and let them explain what they do, and then the people come to them that way, because we're going to have a problem with somebody having a free table at any of our events.
so she's
It
proposing.
starts a
four.
precedent that I think
I-
isn't gonna be easy for us. Go ahead.
Sorry, since I haven't been to a bingo yet, do they have people that go up and speak? Because at the chamber, we have something that's called like a spotlight, but then
No,
usually,
Not really.
okay, because
They
maybe
have
they
a
would come
table
up.
and then we introduce them to thank them for the food. But they can go around the thing, that only people can reach out to them. But they don't get up and speak, they just introduce themselves.
Okay, so let me just do this. Everybody wants them to attend, they would like to hear them, you guys
I
would
think
like to
it
hear
would
'em?
be helpful.
Okay, then I'll pay the 150 for them, I'll donate it. And then they can have a table.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
okay,
Wait.
And I thought it was great because yesterday at the bingo, there was a lady, I don't know what company she was with, but she was reaching out to all the elderly people, and if they qualified for a phone that they didn't have,
Mhm.
she would give them a phone,
Yeah, I saw
which was
that.
amazing. So I think Alexandra's idea is fantastic. 'Cause it helps.
So I'll sponsor them, or, like voluntarily, whatever, and then they can have a table, 150.
I'm doing a big event the 29th, and I'm doing a big event the 29th. They already contact me, and I'm gonna let them use the table without, I have two people don't pay anything. A lady that's really sick. She had cancer, she's been operated 3 times, so I told her, you put a table, you don't have to pay anything. And the event I'm doing an NDC,
So
my
not with us.
college.
Not with us, not with us, not now.
That's the whole
Okay,
thing.
so,
But this is
so
for-
wait, I think
We'll have a.
I think we can table the motion if
Millie,
Millie is willing to sponsor them. So, does everybody agree with that? All in favor of tabling the motion?
Aye.
Okay.
you just tell me what I
So-
have to do.
I
will figure it out.
I'll send you.
Can I make one more comment on this? Just because I have that insider view, is that this is actually a collective that is being sponsored by the mayor, Daniela Levine Cava. So the mayor is behind this, and Miami Lakes, the town of Miami Lakes is actually one of like 11 other cities, municipalities in the whole Dade County that is recognized as a senior alliance. So I think it's very important to have that
Okay.
branding in
Yeah.
front of everyone.
No,
So that-
I think that's
Very
a
good.
good idea, and I think it's wonderful that so that we don't have any issues,
Issues.
that Betty has
She's
volunteered.
right, and Nancy, you know, everybody's gonna want it then, and then where do you put?
Right, and the thing is, for a forum, you're not gonna get the number of people, we all know that the forums, they're like 15, 20, 30 people max, versus at the bingo, you have 100 people. All right, so I think we've resolved that issue. So,
For my signature.
so one,
No, that's yours.
Did we
How
vote?
was it for the sponsor?
wait, now, one other thing, and I think given our budget, and I'm gonna make a motion, is that maybe we need to add another bingo. I'm gonna make a motion to,
No.
No, because I'd rather do something because.
Well, hold on, let her, I guess,
Okay, go
finish
ahead.
the motion and then we'll.
Finish your motion.
Better watch.
No, I'm not gonna.
all right, no, so we have in the bingo, which is the meet and greet, actual, and this is correct, we have $10,000.
The actuals are what you spent.
Actual is what I spent, so how much, so we only have 1,000.
So for the meet and meet, you guys have spent so far on the bingos, $10,740.
We have 5,000.
5,000.
So you have $5,000 left.
Okay, so that means our bingos have averaged, our budget for the bingos have been $1,100, I believe.
Yeah.
Not $1,200. I don't remember if it was 11.
Some 12, some.
So we're talking at least 4 more bingos. So we have August, September, October. We're short.
And October is the new
Oh, no.
fiscal year.
Oh, yeah, so we have August and September. So we have 2 more bingos that we have budgets for. And what we had said at the beginning was if we had extra money, that we would make extra bingos at the end of the year. That's what we had said. So with that in mind, I'm making a motion to add 2 bingos
August.
and one more in August and one more in September, so that there would be 2 bingos in September and 2 bingos in August, August and September.
Second.
So right now we have July, one,
No,
August.
Let me ask you a question. Where does the money?
Wait,
No, I-
is there a second
Yes, I
Okay.
did say.
discussion?
no. Where does the money for our shirts, the money for all the things that we need come from?
From your budget.
Okay, so,
Budget and sponsor dollars, so that's why I wanna, and now you mentioned that, I wanna highlight the fact that, yes, you guys are adding, you can add 2 bingos, right? I'll find availability and I need 4 bingos. But if you guys are getting sponsors for them, you're still not using up that full budget.
The 5,000.
That's fine.
And
We
that
still
money
have
will be returned back.
Question, how much,
Can we-
sorry, since I'm new, how much is the budget that you get from the?
we have the.
I'm trying to be clear.
We have 5,000.
5,000. Okay, so do you guys give stuff at the bingos? Prizes
Yeah,
and stuff?
I'd rather give
So then
better
let's just buy
prizes.
more stuff.
I'd rather
and
give
have it
better
extra.
prizes, I'd rather buy
So
all
we
bunch of
can up-
shirts.
I mean, that's
You
one
can
thing.
buy
Right now,
a
the
bunch of
gift cards have
gifts.
been $25. You guys can up the.
Or have more.
We didn't, right, we can raffle
You can
better
buy
kids,
at the
that's
end.
what I'd rather do. than-
I will also remind you that we are
It's not bad.
trying to confirm field trips that a lot of seniors have been asking.
Right,
So just-
okay, no,
just
we're just
all to
trying
keep
to,
in mind.
we haven't got to the field.
I'd
trip.
rather spend more money on gifts and I'd rather spend more money, make sure we all have shirts. I wanna make sure we all have stuff more than a bingo, because at the bingo, what happens is, they're great and they have fun. Me. Her. Nancy.
Ready?
Mira, I forgot her like.
Like,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
One
Chair.
chair.
Her now.
Chair.
Constant, and it's overwhelming too. So, I mean, my opinion is, we're missing shirts, we're missing more prices, we didn't do raffles, cause we, and I don't want, and I don't want nickel and. No, because in truly, I don't want nickel and dime stuff. I want them to have a nice gift.
Okay, all right.
My opinion.
I noticed yesterday that all the elderly, I didn't know about the raffle, we would have done that. They were all going to the table of Vista Memorial because they were
They
having a
had a
raffle.
raffle.
So they love the.
They
thing
love
of
the
getting
raffle.
cards.
So-
Any little thing.
Usually,
Yeah.
We usually do it, but I
Yeah.
don't want, go ahead, Omaya.
Talking about raffles,
Yes, ma'am.
my sister Anna, who's not a member of this group,
Does beautiful things.
who's legally blind,
Mm-hmm.
makes those beautiful things.
Yeah, bring them. We'll raffle them.
And she brings them all the time.
Uh-huh.
For years she's been doing
Beautiful.
it.
They're beautiful.
Not once they said thank you. And as a matter of fact, a lot of people there think that it's the town of Miami Lakes who buys them. And she makes it out of her own money.
Well, next time we will recognize that because they
Yeah,
are.
no,
beautiful.
next
Okay,
time.
okay.
No,
I'd
next
rather
time,
go-
because we ain't going no more.
Compliments of, and if we don't mention her name.
And we can do,
compliments of-
No, I don't care
lady who
anymore.
makes-
She's not going anymore, and neither am I.
okay, then that's your choice.
Okay,
Okay.
Nancy, did you have your hand raised?
You and
No,
I actually-
okay.
I'm good.
Millie,
I have a question,
Uh-huh.
back on the stuff. Do we have, you know, that round thing that you go like that and you wrap, you can write
Spinning
stuff on it, the
wheel? No,
spinning
we
wheel?
give tickets.
Oh, because, well, the spinning wheel is also fun because they love to do, and the spinning wheel, we race and we'll write different things. You win this, take a shot, try again. Do it, you know,
Well, yeah, but the
time.
It'll take longer,
no,
yeah.
but the problem is also you have elderly coming up and then.
No, and then we have spinning.
They have to raffle.
No,
They have to raffle.
we'll continue to raffle. We'll-
Mira, we need raffle tickets.
Okay, so
have-
we have a
wait.
motion pending.
Oh, okay.
We have to.
Yeah.
Sarah,
No, that's talking about the motion. So we're gonna have two bingos in August.
no,
and two
no,
bingos
we
in
haven't,
October?
we
We
haven't
haven't
voted.
voted.
We haven't voted. We're in
That's what's on the
discussion.
table already.
That's on the table and that's what's up for discussion.
Okay.
My comment as to your comments is, I think, okay, we have a lot, the shirts are not gonna cost $2,000. Do you think the shirts are gonna cost
No, but the
$2,000?
gifts are. And we-
Okay, so the gifts, if.
And I wanna
didn't
give
know that we were out
nice
of
gifts. I wanna give nice gifts. I wanna give like, a spa treatment there. They can go to the spa, whatever spa is in Miami Lakes there. They can go have dinner at whatever restaurant, $100. Not
That would be
a
nice.
$5 gift and those
In that
things.
town.
I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna do
Okay,
that.
with that prices, we can get, for example, I can get
Sorry.
50% in many of them.
Something
So we
like
can
that.
get it.
I don't wanna do.
I can get 50% on it.
Go Nancy.
Just to clarify, the purchase of shirts. Is that something where we could say, who needs a new shirt?
We just
I
need to
got
have
this
them.
with this and I got one with that.
Because you can't wear it every time. You
We
need to have a
need to
spot.
have them.
I know we need to have them, but then you got an issue with sizes or whatever. But I'm saying,
You have to have a
That's
couple.
a-
Everybody.
we can
Can
leave
I
out
finish- can I finish my question, please? My question is, do we just have to order 30-something shirts
Yes.
for the sake of ordering shirts when, how many of you need a new shirt? I don't need a new shirt. I don't have one. But that's what I'm saying. Let's deal, if there's a money issue on what the cost, if you're trying to spend money, yeah, then
No,
buy
we're
a
trying
shirt
to
for
spend-
everybody.
Yeah,
We're
they
trying to
need
spend
spend it
Oh,
on.
wait,
Got
wait,
it.
wait, I want to correct that statement. We're not just trying to spend money. We're trying to
appropriate.
use the money so that it is properly appropriated for the committee,
Not
for
like
all,
that.
so that we,
All
so
right,
that
got it.
we do not.
I just wanted to comment as an organization, I think this is a very smart recommendation that the chair has, because when a company is putting $500 to sponsor an event, the person who's approving that money, they're like 500 and not a penny more. So it makes it really hard, and I can say that because I've been in that position where it's like, okay, my boss is approving for the 500, but she doesn't want me to spend $20 on a raffle.
Yes.
So like, why not help like the people that work and have their own businesses here, like a nail salon, or like you said,
Yes.
help them because they're part of the community here. And because we can't put such a big burden on the sponsors because they're already footing the bill for, the event itself.
I wanna just mention something from that council members have mentioned before, and I don't know if you guys are aware of this. But the idea of your budget is supposed to be enough to cover the event entirely. The idea of sponsorship dollars are supposed to be used to elevate that event.
Right, yeah.
So that kind of goes back to her point, you guys are already having the same bingo no matter what, whether a sponsor comes in or not. The idea is that you're supposed to be using those sponsor dollars to make it better, so
Yeah.
something like that would be making the event.
Be a bit better, not more events, we want better events.
Okay, so we obviously either, I can modify my motion or we can just vote and nay it and then do another one. So I guess to do it properly, all in favor?
Can you make the motion again?
Wait, no, I think
They already.
I think we all know that it's all in favor?
Can you repeat, can you just?
Just repeat the motion.
Repeat the motion.
In the motion.
So the pending motion was to have 2 bingos in August and September. All in favor?
No.
No, hold on. If you're in favor, which is a yes vote,
Yeah.
raise your hand. Raise your hand for the record.
No yays. How many no's? Raise their hand. The motion failed.
We have one that abstained. I need a vote,
Okay.
please. Yes or no? You.
I didn't raise my hand, so
You gotta
no.
raise your hand.
She could abstain.
You said
no.
One abstain. One abstain.
She's
No,
not
you're
there.
right.
In other words, don't
You
vote.
can choose that you don't want to vote.
Yeah, but I
Okay, so, moving on, does anybody have another motion?
I have a motion that for regular bingos, we will spend more money on the gifts, we'll get better shirts, and we use that money for that.
Second.
I approve.
Any discussion?
Any discussion?
We still have one.
I'm just making.
No, not. Everybody's here except 3 people. Any
What's the
discussion?
motion? What's the
Well, the only thing I have to say is we need to move money.
We have it.
Wait, per our rules. Why I'm money. Per our rules, we need to move $500. We're gonna need to move, or however much we need from the shirts out of the bingo fund. Because we can't use the money in the bingo fund to pay for the shirts.
Where did the shirt money come from?
We can move it.
Then we have to
Into
do
a mis-
another line, because there's no shirt line.
It is not.
No, I know. So
So-
we're gonna have to,
I think you guys may have one, it just may be 0 and that's why it's not here.
it's a miscellaneous.
I mean,
I think it's a
when
miscellaneous.
when it's 0, it doesn't show.
Yeah,
on
I
this.
think it's a miscellaneous line, and I think we can move whenever we find out the amount that we need for the shirt.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. You just said if it's a 0, it doesn't show up, and yet the very first thing is contributions and donations. 0.
Because contributions and donations is not it's not an expense
All right,
line,
just to-
item, it's
just
a
to-
revenue
just
line.
to clarify.
Yeah, this is not the
Okay.
same as everything.
All right.
Right, so we will have to, when we find out how much the shirts are,
Move the money.
we'll
them
have to make a motion just so that we know. So with the motion in mind that you made, we have to understand that we're going to have to make another motion come next month
Correct.
to move money
the 500.
for the shirts.
For the
And however
shirts.
much money
And if you move the money, it would come from where?
from the meeting.
From the meeting, for the 5,000 that we have right now.
Okay, all right.
All right, any other discussion?
Okay, I think the people love the idea of getting gifts. That's what I do, and they love it. Last time I given 10 TVs, they were all crazy about it. Oh my God, thank you very much. So they love it. I think they're gonna love that idea.
Yeah.
We can do this.
Okay, there,
That-
guys, we have a
Okay,
bunch of
guys,
conversations going on.
guys, if you have.
And you're not helping the secretary.
Sorry.
At all. Secretary
Please
needs to-
raise your hand. So, anybody have any other discussions? Hearing no other discussions, all in favor, say aye. Any nays? No nays, motion passes.
Can you just repeat the motion?
Yeah.
We're gonna have that more.
Say it out loud.
The motion is that our monies is gonna be spent on gifts and shirts.
Perfect.
More gifts for the.
For the two
elderly.
bingos,
For the, for the.
Bingo.
Bingo. For the bingo.
For the
For the
bingo.
bingo.
More and better.
All right,
Improve.
And we're gonna try to do that within our own community, so to them.
Always.
all right, now. Steve, field trips, all right.
I emailed them, and I spoke to some of the seniors. They would love to go to the movies. They would love to go to the movies. I emailed them, I did not get a reply. No, I'm lying. I did get a reply, but they wanted to know if we knew the dates.
If we,
Which one? Here?
The movies, yeah.
For the
You're
movie.
Miami Lakes.
And they would love it because the movie's right there. They can all go. We don't have to drive them anywhere. We don't need bus money.
Any bus
We have to
It's-
make sure, I just saw a horrible review on the, you know.
Yes,
the
I
Miami
saw it
Lakes.
too. Yeah, but I saw it too, but I've gone there.
I know. It
And
did
it's
miss
matinee.
the ben-
And you know what?
Oh, no, if they're going. at
It
a
is what it
different time-
is. If you go on a weekend,
But they can also reserve because you
We
know,
will- we will get a room.
the autism group that's run by Marianela, they go to the
Yes.
movies all the time and they reserve the
Well,
theater there for the group.
when I
and
spoke with them,
everything.
depends how many people we have, and we have a lot. If it's
Yeah.
from 80 to 100, we get a room.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. It's the movies. I mean, if you go Saturday night, yeah, they're gonna see junk on the floor. That's what it is. But some people, yeah, don't work with us. But that's how movies are. I mean, if you go Saturday with kids,
Always been like
what are you
that.
gonna see?
All right.
Popcorn,
Yeah.
soda.
Yeah,
All
all
right,
right,
we're
movie.
complaining about the quality of the food, so we just have to
I've
make sure
gone
when we
there
go.
and
we
it's
tell
great.
them.
It's pricey,
Yeah.
but every movie theater is pricey. I
Yeah.
went to the Doral one,
Oh,
and I left there.
$300.
So
all right, so. We're see that, are we gonna just do one
Two.
movie?
They two. That's super cheap and they can go.
All right, so we have to do these.
You guys have to decide like now.
They-
Yeah, we have to decide
We
right
want-
now. Oh, no, we have to vote.
We would like to go,
Make a motion.
make a motion to do 2 movies in the month of July if possible.
In the month of July, 2 movies, or one in July and one in August?
One in July, one in August, whatever.
Well, no, make your motion.
The motion is that we go to the movies twice. One in July for the bingo, because we won't have a bingo, and one
Oh,
whenever possible in August.
Before.
I
October.
second, yeah.
Okay, any discussion? Alexandra?
I can call with time because the movie theater is being used for summer camp programs also.
Yeah.
And they have already a whole bunch of dates already booked.
That's what she said.
So
Yeah.
we'll make it happen.
I emailed them and they told me that, but they told me they couldn't do it because we needed the date because of that. So if possible, we would do it. If not, Nancy?
I'd like to ask to amend the motion that you made to include the part about what you just said about confirming the dates with the theater.
Yes.
And if they're workable for us, that person making that call have the authority to approve those dates. And I would recommend that it be our chair
Okay.
making that call or the vice chair.
I amend the
Wait.
motion.
Wait, one other thing.
Let
Since
me
we-
a second.
No, I understand. I want to amend your amendment.
That's fine.
Because I have an idea.
Fine.
Idea is that we, since we're doing this for them, is maybe get them popcorn.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
included in the price. Yeah.
Make, get them like
Usually include a
popcorn.
little
Yeah, it
bit, a little
includes
bit.
Okay, so because we're only doing right now 2 field trips and we have,
4,000 for the field trip, we have 4,000
okay.
left.
And then the
okay, so we have,
9,000, 4,900.
yeah, so I think, oh my God, I hope that we could do 2 trips to the movies
Yeah.
with popcorn and a drink.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I second, and a drink.
Well, if.
Well, whatever, get our budget.
They have a combo.
Yeah.
For minutes of water.
I second.
With popcorn and.
Right, okay,
I second, now discussion.
all right. You have the motion, Maria.
The motion was, what I'm capturing here, thank God, and look, again, I also, that's my backup. Okay, so, no, that is my backup for real, that's very, very helpful for me, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
That's where I go back and listen to everything, that's why my notes are so perfect too. Okay, so the motion was made by Rosario to have movies twice in July and then either August or September.
Right.
And then Nancy came in and wanted an amended to the motion to say that give authority to either the chair or the vice chair to call and see what those dates are available And then right there, then make an executive decision and say, we're going on this date. Then Lourdes came in and amended to add popcorn and drinks
If
to,
possible.
if possible.
Perfect.
Did I get it?
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
amendment that. I did.
Oh, gosh. Discussion then to that.
No.
All in favor? Aye. Any nays?
No.
Hearing no nays, motion passes.
Jerry Scott.
Jerry Squad.
Before every squad, let me make sure it said with the dates, we're gonna go to baseball.
There's only one day for baseball,
Only one
July
day?
25.
What is this?
July
We
25th,
go to
tomorrow.
the Marlins game
Oh, okay.
on a bus.
If anybody can help him, please do, because he does it by himself. So, no, but still.
I have a group of Jewish
But
people that wanna come in and help. They might pay for the buses. I don't know yet. They're gonna meet with me Thursday.
Okay.
They pay for the buses and we the check.
Pedro.
Hey, my husband and I will be going, so we'll.
So they'll help you.
Yeah, always go.
Yay.
It depends by then,
Perfect.
like, if I go, would my son be able to go and do they get hours or you don't want kids? He's 14, he's gonna be 15 by then.
Yeah, but they don't have to be over.
The thing is, at the entrance, you
The
just
entrance.
have to be responsible to pay the.
Pay for it.
For pay for
Right, but I'm saying if you want like extra help, if he's with me, I can come with him and help, and then I don't mind paying for him. But if, and do you guys give hours, community hours?
We do, but I don't know about that.
Well, I tell you this,
Let's
I've been
say-
doing it for 7 years and sometimes I brought a son of the mayor before,
manager.
money, and they let him in, but I didn't know.
Okay, Nancy.
Quick question, educate me. When, Pedro, probably questions for you. When you go on these field trips with the elderly people, do we as a committee recommend that the committee member going wear their shirt so that the elderly people know?
Yes.
I always bring my shirt, always.
Yes, I know, but should we make that a requirement?
Anytime,
For safety sake.
anytime that we do anything that has to do with us, we should always wear it.
Okay, but it's not official.
Well,
So
no,
should we make it official?
You can't really force a person to wear
Before we
that.
even have church for the
The
people.
problem is that if somebody forgets it, we're not gonna not let them on the
No,
bus.
we
because
can't.
they
So
didn't.
you
you
can,
know.
you should always wear your
So
shirt.
it's it's highly recommended,
I do it. I've been
but
doing
it's not a required. And
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm really bad
That's
with
okay.
names until
I was just gonna tell Millie that when you go there to go to the game, what it is because it's sponsored by Humana normally. You have to go to a special ticket window and they make a show, and because we're not really acknowledged as, this is the elderly affairs group from
Correct.
Miami Lakes. It's not acknowledged that way. So you have to go to the ticket window and show your driver's license and show that you're 60 before they give you the ticket to be able to go in.
But if I can.
So,
yeah,
Yes, and we never know where we're going to sit, so I don't know how that works with regular tickets, if there's assigned seating normally or not. Because
14,
They just sort of sit us wherever, wherever they want, because one of the times we went last year was.
I didn't
school
go
camp-
that time. That was on 35. I
It
didn't.
was
I
school
always give
camp
me
day,
22, 23.
yeah, school camp day. It was chaos, and I know that a lot of people were very upset that day because
Sure.
they had like 40 school buses there. And they parked
shouldn't
them
be the
all in a field, and then the people had to walk like 2 blocks to get into the, it was too much for a lot of, yeah.
They always
And-
leave me closer.
And then it was chaos. And what ended up happening is after the end of the game, like, my husband was trying to tell people, you need to go out this exit where it's gonna take us closest to the bus.
Right.
We had somebody else tell us, no, we had to go out this exit. So we followed the person who told us we had to go out that exit. And we ended up being on the total opposite
Oh my God.
side.
Yeah, what happened is,
And-
unfortunately, you don't know nobody. I know the people from Humana for a long time.
Yes.
So they never give me anything like that. They always
you
give
have
me
to go
24,
there.
20. I go.
Yeah, they always do
But that time I was not here, so.
Yeah.
that's fine.
It was a little chaotic and there was some problems.
Road-
what
you
ended
said
up
that was
happening
road
is
32 or 33,
we kind
all
of-
the way.
Okay,
down.
People
let's
to one
move
place.
this.
We have to
Nothing
make it.
personal, but let's move this meeting.
Okay, so perfect. Next time you two will go and we're gonna work.
All right,
Jerry.
Jerry Squad.
I will do the Jerry Scott. I did two already.
Yeah, we already, a very important announcement on that. So the seniors have to sign up every year.
I told
So
them,
if it's
I told them
not,
at the
okay,
beginning.
great. So if it's not, we need new applications. If you haven't submitted an application this year, you're not considered part of the.
I told them, yes.
Okay.
Yesterday, Rosario talked to everybody. I told
I'm
them.
sorry, one more thing. Do you have applications that I can take?
I
with
have
me?
one more pending that I'll schedule.
No, for me to take because there was a couple
the
of people
bingo.
there.
Oh, you want on
I
blank one?
want one.
Yes,
because
I
even
will
have
get
one
them
that's
for you
gonna call
after the
me
meeting.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Nancy?
Please be clear, because I was involved with this from day one. These applications, you're talking about for the residents to fill out,
They're
or for
yearly.
us
No,
volunteers?
no, the yearly one.
You're
The
talking
red-
about the same thing. I think you're
Yes,
talking about the same thing.
Well, I'm
It's
not
an
talking about
application.
anything, I'm confused, so.
The application is a questionnaire. It gathers their
resident.
personal information
For
for
the
the
resident,
resident
for
that
the
wants the
resident.
help. That
And they're
wants the help.
yearly.
To help.
And I guess to explain to you guys, Jerry started to help them in hurricane preparation. If there's a 48-hour warning of a hurricane coming, we deploy volunteers that have
One
volunteered to
story.
put up their shutters only on the first floor and to move in any heavy furniture equipment from outside. Because they're seniors, they may not be able to do it. They may not have family to help them.
They have.
So
to be
we have-
yearly.
So volunteer list stays the same. Town clerk's office is calling volunteers that we had in the past, asking them, hey, are you still interested? So we know to call you if needed. And then the residents that want that help, the seniors that want that help, have to fill out an application, a questionnaire, gathering all their personal information. Now, what we usually partner with Elderly Affairs on is that part of that questionnaire, like we need you guys to sit down with them and go over it to make sure they answer everything thoroughly and to notarize it. And then it's submitted to staff. The questionnaire right now is online, but we can also just print it out for them. And if you guys want to give it to anybody, just give them a blank form and don't have them come here to drop it off, because then they're gonna have to
Okay.
come twice. Tell them to call me and I'll help schedule with you guys
With me.
when you, I think.
I
Rosario has
will,
taken
because
the
I'm
lead
a
on it.
notary, I'll do
Yeah.
it and notarize.
And
So she sits down with them, goes over and
That's
notarizes it and then submits it.
It's quick.
I've also agreed to, if she's not available in the evenings,
Okay,
it's
not
always-
during
so if
business
anybody can
hours.
do it in the morning, okay.
If anybody can't do it during, regular business hours, if they need to come in the evening
Okay,
because they
perfect.
need transportation, call me. I can meet with them here at town. I am a notary as well,
It's quick.
so I'm willing.
We
to
usually
volunteer.
interview them over here.
Right,
Yeah,
no, I
so it
know.
would
I
be-
know.
I've never seen the application online, so my question is there an age limit in regards to who can sign up to get shutters put up or this or whatever?
Yeah,
As far as
Yes.
elderly.
It's
Yeah,
only for
because
seniors
And
and
the
Miami
rest
Lakes
is for ID.
55
and
or
the other thing.
60? What is
gets
that
come
actually?
up.
60, I think, 60.
I think so, 60
and up. 60, the other
And then
thing-
have to
I
be
never heard
Miami
of
Lakes
it.
Front.
And the rest.
Oh.
Alexandra,
Is there a cutoff date for the applications?
Let me check.
I don't think so.
I think we just continue taking
Yeah, I
them,
don't think so.
but
Millie, question. Is this something that can also be done at the bingo? Because they're all there.
no,
It cannot be
We
mixed.
well, you
Not
can
one.
give out the blank.
Yeah, I'm
ones.
saying you can give out the blank ones, maybe if you
Maybe
want.
we don't want everybody, I know this sounds horrible, we really want those who
Really
need
need it.
help,
Okay.
not that their
So you
son
want them to
doesn't
go
wanna
the
come.
extra.
A lot of people.
Oh, why am I gonna bother my child? No,
Perfect.
it's for somebody that really
Will really need
doesn't have
Yeah.
anybody that lives in Miami-Dade County that could assist them in preparing. It really, because we do have very limited staff as volunteers. So we can't take 100 people. And I can tell you, if you say at a bingo, we're gonna have 100 applications saying, oh, I need help. And so, no,
You can
that's
also
not
go
what we
to
wanna do.
schools.
I wouldn't
There's lots
combine.
of
No.
Seniors that need out, seniors that are already 17, 18, that are big and strong. We
Oh,
should
yeah,
go
those
to
will
the
get
schools.
community hours.
You should go to the schools and sit, because the schools are always looking for lists of hours, so you can go to the high
Maybe we
schools
will do that.
and maybe
That's
you
a
can
good
get more
idea.
kids.
The only thing we have to screen everybody, because remember,
Those.
so that's one, we
Gente
we mostly use the commissioners and help.
We need to do something, sorry, I'm sorry because we
No,
need
that's
to
it.
get to the budget, no, we need to get to the budget. We need to have the budget passed. Aisles on my bid, we need to, the budget is, I want, and I think that I'll make the motion that we stay the same with our budget from last year. Last year, they did not increase our budget.
No.
And we made a lot of motions. I can tell you, I went before council asking for the money. They didn't give us more money.
They're not going to.
They're probably not gonna give us more money. So I say we keep the budget that we have and we make that
I
proposition
second.
that. Let's say,
That's second.
okay. Discussion.
Very-
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Hearing no nays, motion passes.
One comment on that, just, and I'll send you guys an email with that. This year, the committees are going to have to go in front of council and make their request regardless of whether it's the same or not. The only difference I want to highlight this year is that it is supposed to be like a working council meeting.
Okay.
Only for budgets, so that if they do want a motion or approve anything, it can be done on the spot. I know
Oh,
last year
that's
was just
better.
kind of like discussion and nothing could come from it at that time.
No, we had to actually go before
You
council.
have,
Right, but they couldn't make any motions at the moment.
No, they just heard us.
It would go to the next,
Right.
like, council meeting. This time around, they can make motions on.
do they have a date for that already?
So I'll send you
It'd be
guys a date for that,
Okay.
because you guys will have to be present to.
Okay.
The more of us that'll be,
It's better everybody.
that, the better it is, because they
Yeah.
know that we're all behind
But
it.
it's good if they're gonna take a decision there. Good.
Okay, good. Do we have any clue what day it's gonna be?
I'm gonna email it to you guys, because
Okay,
I don't know right now.
Do we know the month? Like, just that of, no, okay,
Yeah, I don't know, it's either this month or next month, I don't know, but I'll send it to you soon.
all right, cool. F was the addition of the purchase of the shirt.
We did.
I think we've already discussed that. What I would ask is, if you need a shirt, please tell Rosario your size so that we can order it with a particular size.
I would like everybody to have two shirts, and I would like everybody, and I would like to have extra shirts.
That's a good idea.
I want everybody to have two shirts and extra shirts. For new members, if it's torn, if it's whatever.
Okay,
Yeah, if you have.
Yes, Nancy.
Quick question, Aisle, on the shirts. Apparently, we use a particular company. What is the minimum? So we don't even have a company.
I'll go
To do
get
the
one
shirts.
shirts.
Yes, we.
And we don't know what the minimum order is yet,
That's
because we
correct.
don't know what company.
I assume
So-
every shirt will be $35, $30. So if I do it by
Not my
20
point,
shirts.
just that we haven't picked a company yet, and we don't know what the minimum order is.
No, we haven't.
So based on that, we can only vote as to each
Yeah.
person, if needed,
No,
has two shirts
no,
to
no,
wear.
no, not if needed.
well, some people have
Well, I'll
two
get a
shirts.
shirt.
Okay.
But if it's all.
You have that one.
No,
She has two.
I have others without
Okay. so
this,
you have
because I've
others.
been on
Yeah.
so long.
I do too.
So to answer that, the committee members are responsible for bringing a quote, a proposal
Right.
of where you're gonna buy these
Mm-hmm.
shirts from next meeting.
Okay, I'll bring it.
That's the only way to bring it on.
I told you, who is going to pay on
Okay.
the third?
so,
Yeah.
so Pedro will bring a quote and you're gonna bring a quote.
Doesn't the town have
And you can
vendors?
bring a quote
We
and
do
then,
have vendors, but the committee members are responsible for.
We can get a price from them.
all right, so we,
If you need any possible vendors, let me know and I'm happy to provide.
Okay,
what we've
so-
used in the past.
if you tell us the one that's used in the past, they've already used our design.
It's easier.
If we've already used
Yeah, I
them,
can tell
they
you
have our
who the
design.
last one was. I
Right,
can tell
because
you
they
that.
did these,
That's
how
right.
they did this,
They did
so
that.
they will give us a discount because they
Yeah.
should already have.
There, yeah, 'cause there's usually a setup fee.
Somebody doesn't like.
I like it.
So I make a motion that
No,
we
I don't have
at
a
least contact the company that has already provided
Yeah.
these shirts to get the ball rolling. Because if you need an answer by whenever,
Next meeting.
we can start with the company that made these. And I would almost recommend that that's what we do if you've only got a week.
No.
No,
Well,
Nancy,
next meeting.
no, Nancy, I'm gonna amend that motion because
That doesn't need a motion.
Doesn't need
We've
a
already
motion.
discussed.
No,
that.
we're doing discussion.
That doesn't
Right.
need a motion.
Perfect, yeah.
I'm trying to read it.
no.
If it doesn't work what I said, okay, then don't do it.
No,
No, you do it, it doesn't need a motion though.
She's
Okay.
gonna do that.
That's all.
I'm not making a motion, I'm
You
making
said
it.
motion. You said I'm making a motion.
Okay.
So
Never
I,
mind, I withdraw.
okay,
Let's go. I know you're in a hurry.
no, I'm just,
Yeah,
all right. Anything else? Any announcements?
I do have.
I just want to say something. Okay, all of you will now know that our new chair, Rosario, vice chair is Lourdes, She's also an attorney, so that's why you see her talking about it.
Now stop.
Our secretary is Maria, our treasurer is Sarita.
Maria,
And we
that
all
was
work
my
together.
question, for me to know.
And what is?
I want to make a last comment just because I know we have new committee members. I will be sending you all, including the new committee members, a full-on roster, so you have the names of all the committee members. Quorum,
Because you're.
So we do it.
just
With
keep
their
in mind
picture
that
for
for
you.
meetings, we need quorum and,
I know
to make
that's
motions
already.
to vote, you need quorum. Quorum means 50% plus one. So just based on the amount of members we have, keep that in mind. The other thing I wanted to mention to you guys, agendas are usually submitted 3 business days before to the liaison. So if there's any items, topics that you guys feel strongly about, you want to bring to the board, you want to move on, you need to send me that agenda item a week before the meeting so that I can make sure it gets on the agenda. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
obviously, as members, you guys are obviously welcome to add to the agenda. Just let me know so that we can publish your items on there as well. And if there's any new ideas, I want to highlight this and hopefully get the rest of you on board with doing this. Any new ideas you have, you're only meeting once a month. Do your research, come ready with any quotes, with any proposals, even if the board hasn't seen it yet, because like that you have it ready, it's in front of the board and we can move on it a lot quicker. So those are just some suggestions on my end. Any questions you have, feel free to reach out, and I would really encourage you guys to go through the committee rules because there's a lot of important information on it.
What I would say is we have to abide by the sunshine rule, basically the sunshine rule in a nutshell, for those that are not familiar with it, is we are not allowed to discuss anything we are going to vote on amongst ourselves unless it's on the record being that it's being tape recorded and notes are being taken.
In a public meeting that's been published to the,
Right.
yeah.
So in other words, the only time we're gonna do it is once a month unless we have special call meetings. That's why you have to, if you have an idea that you want on the agenda, that, let's say you want something to be brought to a vote, you cannot just call me and then me tell her. You have to send it to her and then she will act.
And then not on a group chat,
And definitely not on our group chat. So
okay?
that is the sunshine rule. We all will abide by it, and because there's a lot of ramifications if we don't abide by the sunshine rule. Because we are an arm of the Miami Lakes Council. That's why we have to abide by the sunshine rule. Just because a lot of people say, why do we have to abide by the sunshine rule? It's because we are, because you guys do, we. Right, anything else?
No, and next time I'm gonna bring the rule, copy of the rule to everybody.
Okay.
My copies, I'll bring you.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you so much for.
Meeting.
And remember, if you wanna talk, we ask if you raise your hand. Correct, good.
Let's go.